On today's episode, we'll be discussing with Del Warren some of the various training camps that are coming up, as well as the two-handed bowling style and the coaching that goes behind that. Welcome to the Kegel Show. My name is Don Age, and I'll be your host for today's episode. And coming back with us live again is Del Warren. Del,
Donnie,
good to see you, babe.
good to be on your show again, man.
President of the Kegel Training Center, for those of you that may not know, but does a lot of different things on the road, here coaching, helping with a variety of skill sets and trying to get people to get better at our sport, obviously. And you've got some pretty cool things coming up. I mean, you guys always have a lot of stuff going on, and you had some specific things you kind of wanted to talk about today with some of the camps that you were going to run coming up.
Right, so like every summer we have a series of camps, and we've been pretty much modifying that for, I've been here 11 years now, and this year is really different. And the thing, the two most exciting camps, one is we're doing the first two-handed camp.
I was looking at this
for
flyer.
Two-handed bowlers, okay, and also coaches. So as far as I know, we've done some research on this. I don't know of any other two-handed camp that's ever been done in the world.
Interesting.
That I know of.
Right.
So I know it's the first of its kind here, targeted for two-handed. But what I love is also there's such a need to teach coaches on how to teach and how to identify the problems when you get a two-handed student.
Because that's a whole nother level of things to look at for people at your level here. I mean.
Absolutely, there's if you go to Junior Gold, for example, a lot of the kids that are coming up in the younger divisions are two-handed players, and it's so important that they get good fundamentals and they get a coach that understands how to take them from point A to point B. And so we're going to try to have the bowling media here. We're going to have our brand new videographer cover a lot of the camps. So we're going to get
Antoine.
We're going to get Antoine to do it. So we're going to chronicle this. And so the classroom part will be the same for the student and the coaches.
Okay.
And then the coaches will get to be mentored by the coaches as we go down in the lane and we start to work with these students. One-on-one, you're going to be side by side with a Kegel coach. And I plan on cutting this off at 40. So optimally, we would like to have 20 students and 20 coaches. And we've got 7 full-time coaches now at the Kegel Training Center with our new facility that we, as you know, we did last year, and with all of our new cameras and Specto and our new coaching tool division. You add all that up with this, what's going to happen in this camp, and it's going to be fantastic.
It's going to be a premium package here. For those of y'all that are obviously tuned in, this is going to be June 8th through the 10th.
Yep.
And I would assume they just contact Brent or somebody at the training center?
That's correct. But the other thing I'm excited about is we're partnering with Storm.
Excellent.
And as we all know, if you look at a two-handed staff, who has the majority of like the who's who of the two-handed staff in the world? Storm. And so they're helping us out quite a bit on this. We've had quite a few conference calls. I know that Steve Klompkin is going to be here, and amongst quite a few other people from Storm. And I know they're excited about the possibilities of where this is going to go. So they're going to be, a lot of the camera work is going to be done in HD, will be done at the Storm studios of their players and using some of the examples that that we're going to be teaching. And also we've identified that there's actually 2 dominant, distinctively different styles in the two-handed style that we're going to be teaching. And we're going to teach you how to do both. Because if you look at, for example, Jesper versus Belmo, different, all right? And you're also starting to see those 2 styles come up from the junior gold ranks on these kids that are kind of developing on their own.
On their own, yeah.
They're either falling more in the Jesper camp or the Belmo camp, right? So I'm so excited about this because, you know, as our good friend and visionary John Davis always said is, you know, we want Kegel to be about solving problems. He's always said that, right? And we have a challenge right now. We've got a new style emerging in the sport of bowling, and we don't have a lot of knowledge for the coaches, and we don't have a lot of knowledge to grow where this style is going.
And that much guesswork's not good, obviously. I mean, it's
well,
much
yeah,
better
and you see a lot of people applying traditional, classical timing, for example, to this new style, and it just doesn't work, and it's very damaging, as a matter of fact. And there's two completely different styles. As a matter of fact, if you look at Wes Lowe versus Matt Russo, for example, completely different. Both very effective, obviously.
Where would you put Oscu?
Oscu is more in the Belmo.
Belmo?
Yeah.
How about Kyle Troop?
Kyle Troop is more in the Jesper.
And they're actually good friends.
Yeah.
Aren't they? I mean, that's even cooler on that one. Yeah, this is something that I can honestly say I've never heard of anybody doing one of these.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously we.
It could be. I just have never heard of it. Right.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's fantastic, and obviously identifying the fact with having a whole new style out there that giving coaches the proper information so these people aren't getting injured and also getting better.
Well, and more importantly, we know one-handed or two-handed. If you do it wrong, you're headed for a knee problem or a low back problem. And I was a casualty of that. As when you had me on the last time, and I told you my history, and it's no one's fault. It's just back then we were kind of in the dark ages, really.
Sure.
And that was before video. So the first time I saw myself bowl was when I won LA. It was literally the first time I saw myself bowl. And to be honest with you, I was, obviously you live a dream, you win.
Right.
But I was actually kind of disappointed with how I bowled. It's like, that's how
As
I
your
bowl.
own personal critic type of deal.
So
you've got another, actually you just came off of one of these similar, didn't you? But you've got another real cool thing called the Kegel Intensive Roadshow. It's going to be going on in Eastern Lanes, June 1st through the 3rd in Middleton, Ohio.
Yes, so we've gotten, especially in the last 3 or 4 years, we've gotten a lot of requests to take our knowledge and now some of the tools that we're developing, like the new arrow and the torch, you can transport those. And taking those and our knowledge and our material outside the Kegel Training Center, we're getting a lot of demand for that. So this is the first time we're actually doing one of our summer camps outside the training center. And I've been familiar and done quite a few clinics with our friends at Eastern Lanes in Middletown, and our buddy Mark Moon, who owns the shop there. We go way, way back to my days at AMF.
So it's a home environment for you,
It's a home
essentially.
environment. It's a nice location in the country where there's a lot of bowlers. We're going to cap that off at 32. There will be classroom. There will also be obviously on lanes, and we'll have some of our tools there, as I said before. And Jim Merrill, a real good friend of mine who's a coach up in that area, 20 years ago I said, you're the best coach that no one's ever heard of. And he has just clung to that nickname. And actually, this is kind of his brainchild. This is going to be formatted very similar to the camp that the old bowlers BTM used to do. They used to do a big summer camp every year, and he kind of got that idea of kind of formatting it like that. So hats off to Jim Merrill and him really coming to us and saying, we really need to do this, and you guys need to be the ones doing it. So it's much more convenient a lot of times when we can go to the customer.
Sure.
And we're going to have 4 coaches there, and there will be a demo day there. I believe EBI will be doing, will be the company doing the demo day. And I think that's going to be before the camp. So stay tuned on that, and come into our Facebook page and our website at kegeltrainingcenter.com for any updated information. And so it's always nice to get out and see friends, as you know,
Sure.
and kind of go to them. And it's not going to seem so different at being out of the training center because we're going to have many of our tools there.
Absolutely.
Right. And then finally, we have our normal schedule, which is with Dr. Dean on August 6th through the 9th, our championship mental game and lane technique. And of the 4 days, you get 1 day with Dr.
That's
Dean.
always a bonus. I mean, obviously you've been around him because he's helped you. We've actually done company things with Dr. Dean.
Right.
Guy's brilliant, without a doubt.
And what's funny is he just sent me last night a clip of his league score. Now, what you don't know about this guy is he's really competitive and he loves to bowl. He shot his first 800 last night.
No way.
So hats off
Go
to Dr.
Dr.
Dean. So
good job.
I woke up this morning and there it is, man.
That's
I just shot my
awesome.
first 800.
Too cool.
So that's cool. And I'm going to take a little bit of credit
You
for that
should,
because
brother.
he's always asking me about his game and stuff, but not really. I'm just I get tickled when people have when they do something to kind of get to the next level, or they shoot their first 300 or 800, or their average is the highest,
milestone.
it's huge. And you
milestone.
remember what that feels
Absolutely.
like, right?
Absolutely.
Right?
It was long ago.
Long
but-
ago.
when I had a better wrist and a little more elbow, but we know from what you've told me, you've had some pretty good success with these, intensive road shows. Is this something that the public's going to be able to see more and more throughout the year? You're going to get on the road and do these?
Well, yeah, we get more and more requests. We spent a lot of time on the road last year as we're unveiling, working with coaches, for example.
Mm-hmm.
We did a timing clinic up in Chicago, and I did another clinic with Coach Rubin in Minnesota. I just got back from Minnesota, and then I was home for a day, and then I went to Pennsylvania, as you talked about before.
Yep.
And then the three of us, myself and Randy and Ruben, are going to Massachusetts to see our good friends the Hankies, and we're doing a one-day there, and of course we're playing golf before that, and
Gotta
we're playing
do
golf
that.
after that. But I've been to their center now 3 or 4 times. Looking forward to that. So there's no doubt that going forward, our demand is going to increase. And as we start to teach a lot of other things, we can go to a bowling center now and customize it for that proprietor or that pro shop or that coach.
Or that clientele or whatever.
Whatever,
Yeah, exactly.
for whatever subject they want to do it on and get whatever the experience is.
That's wonderful.
And so, and that, that's just a testament to us continuing to learn. I've been here 11 years now, and I as somebody that gets to come here and coach every day, my education, I get an education while I'm here, and we've added Alex Gurkoff, we've added Ruben Garagosian, Rick is close to being gold now.
Got a pretty solid staff.
We
down
couldn't
there.
have done this 10 years ago.
Yeah.
No, there's no way. And then I don't want to fail to talk about the physical game camp that's going to be August 2nd through 4th.
Okay.
It's called the Elite Physical Game Characteristics. Before I forget that, because in our surveys, everybody wants more video. More video. We love this camp, but can we have more video?
Yeah, makes sense.
So this camp, the Dr. Dean camp was all about mental and lane play. So we don't do any physical in that camp, right? This is all physical. So it's all biomechanics, a ton of video that you're going to get, a lot of time on the lanes, and of course in all of our camps you get a workbook to take home with you. And so I'm excited because we're getting better.
Absolutely.
And you and I are blessed to work for a company.
That's
I mean,
a
just
fact.
think about that. How many companies are spending what we spent in that training center last year and remodeled the whole joint? So
Exactly.
the future's looking really bright, man. We're going to be really busy, and man, the two handicap's going to be awesome. That's all.
I'm excited, baby. Without a doubt.
Thanks for having me.
Glad you're here. Remember, get on the Kegel Training Center website or www.kegel.net and secure these dates. Definitely call in and get an advance booking because I got a feeling these are going to probably fill up quickly.
We're over halfway booked on
normally
all
book-
the camps right now, and we're cutting them off at a fairness to making sure that everybody gets the experience that they're looking for. So.
Absolutely. Dale, can't thank you enough for coming
Thanks,
out. brother.
Donnie.
We'll talk to you later. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a wrap. Keep those wrenches turning and have a wonderful day.